Yeah, yeah, yeah. We in the meth lab. We in the meth lab. Got your host, Big Twin. Thank you to all the new subscribers, everybody who likes, comments, and shares. All right, all right, all right. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. What we gonna talk about today? Gang gang for protection or support. Let's see. We're gonna let people come in and all that. This is gonna be an open panel. You know, damn, homie. Used to be your man, homie. Now you locked in the can, homie. Y'all grew up together, got money, fuck bitches, had shootouts together. Damn, homie. Used to be your man, homie. Now you locked in the can, homie. Told all your business. He's the DA's main witness. You in the meth lab. Y'all in the meth lab. King Ace, King Ace. Yes, sir. That's the boy. That's the bro right there. That's the homie right there. King Ace. We're shaking. We're shaking. Open panel too. Anybody who want to come in could come into the meth lab. You already know. A lot of dudes be joining gangs and all that, because they scared. They don't know what to do. They like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I need some type of backup in here. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. So, so they go do some dumb shit, instead of standing like a man. You know what I'm saying? But not so fast though. Because a lot of people, if you never grew up, right? If you never grew up with like having that like alpha male energy around you, you might join something. You know what I'm saying? You might look for that support somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? If you never had that alpha male energy. So, we ain't gonna be that quick to down brothers who join different organizations and all that. You know what I'm saying? But there is a lot of brothers who join just for protection. You know what I'm saying? That's their ulterior motive. But you have to remember, a lot of these gangs, they started with good intent. You know what I'm saying? They had good intent. There's a lot of history in the lessons, a lot of knowledge in the lessons and all that. But that ain't why people is joining though. They joining for protection, a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying? But there is dudes that don't got families though. You know what I'm saying? And that's just looking for support. They looking for like a family. You know what I'm saying? Which one are you? Which one are you? You know what I'm saying? If you a gang member, which one are you? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and decipher yourself and say, yo, what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Don't say this to nobody else, but look in the mirror and say it to yourself, like, yo, what we doing here? What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Yo, the great leader of the Moors, right? The Moorish Science Temple, Noble Drew Ali, he said, study till you can't study no more. And when you ain't got nothing else to study yourself. That was heavy right there. King A said, everybody's organization started to fight for the right and to have rights. Absolutely. Absolutely. But then it shifted, it went somewhere else. Yo, shout out to Zaid. Zaid said facts, some are born into it. Let me pull up the chat on my laptop. Give me a second. Let me see. Pull up the chat on the laptop. Let me see. Damn, homie. Used to be your man, homie. Now you locked in the can, homie. Y'all grew up together, got money, fuck bitches, had shootouts together. Damn, homie. Used to be your man, homie. Now you locked in the can, homie. Told all your business. He's the DA's main witness. Yeah, yeah. King A said, my family's from Sicily. We got a nice history with the Moors. Oh, you already know. You already know. Yo, they kind of broke that down, Ace, in the movie True Romance. I don't know if you've seen the movie True Romance, Ace, but they broke all that down. Yo, he had him tight. The dude was tight behind the history that security guard in the movie was actually telling him. You know what I'm saying? The Moors, they ran Spain for 741 years. The Moors ran Spain. So the Moors intermixed with all other so-called races of that region. And there you have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let King Ace tell y'all the rest. Shout out King Ace. Yeah, Zaid, that was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? That was a great movie. And Hollywood does that a lot. What Hollywood does is they always put facts. They always put true history and facts in the movies. You just got to be educated enough to catch it. Yo, Behind the Bar 2.0 was shaking Behind the Bar. Behind the Bar, you know, I'm not too familiar with I might know the people you talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too familiar and all that with the people that you might be talking about. But yeah, the original Sicilians Ace is dark, you know what I'm saying? And for a long time, the original people of Spain, they was dark, you know what I'm saying? And I guess in order to touch on this subject, we gotta touch on history. You know, we gotta take it back to history. We gotta take it back to that point, you know what I'm saying, to even touch on this. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Anybody's allowed, anybody is welcome to join the panel. I want to hear their story. I want to know, you know, if you are part of an organization, or you know, you don't even have to touch on it and all that. This ain't no feds, this ain't no Fed channel and all that. So we not doing that. But I want to hear somebody elaborate on whether they think, you know, people be joining the joints for protection or support. You know, hold me accountable for what I'm gonna say, but I think most of the people join for protection. You know what I'm saying? And Zaid, he just dropped the gem right now. He said the most dangerous person is the one who listens, thinks, observes all around them. You know what I'm saying? You got to observe everything around you and all that, especially if you're growing up in like the inner cities and all that. You got to be woke. Your third eye got to be open when you're living in the inner cities and all that. But even if you're living in the suburbs and all that too, your third eye got to be open and all that. There's a lot of crazy maniacs and all that live in the suburbs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is like stuck in the house and all that. They going crazy in the crib. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your third eye open in the suburbs too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your most dangerous serial killers and all of them come from the suburbs and all of that. So you know, stay woke. You already know. King A said the Moors conquered Sicily and literally and turned Sicily from from the Caucasus, you know what I'm saying, to the melanin skin. You know what I'm saying? And that's the true facts. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? This is documented history. Take it or leave it. And the word we call black people call themselves black, right? That's a government brand, you know, which is that's not that old. That name black is actually fairly new. You understand what I'm saying? We was known as Moors and all different types of tribe names, Israelites and all that, all different types of tribe names long before the government threw that black BLACK brand on us. Now what happens is by accepting that brand of black, that also means you accept their jurisdiction. Like accepting the name black is like entering their jurisdiction. You understand what I'm saying? Because have you known who you are, you would claim a nation, not a government brand. Like you have Native Americans and all of that. You know how they got their own reserves and all of that. They claim a nation. They're part of a nation. They live in sovereign authority, in sovereign capacity. I'm sorry. They live in sovereign capacity. So because they're part of a nation. You understand what I'm saying? These crayons, these crayon names, white, black, and all that, this is all government brands, you know what I'm saying? And you become a part of corporate wardship, you know, by accepting these brands. Now, all of us are a part of nations and all that, but they don't teach this, and a lot of our families lost who we really are during 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 being conquered. So while we were conquered, a lot of us lost who we really are because that knowledge been beat out of us. And a lot of the conquerors actually told our people to not speak, about our culture. You know what I'm saying? The only religion that was able to be practiced back then was Christianity. Now, if you practice Islam over here in America in the early days, you had to do it in silence. You understand? Because they only accepted Christianity. The Bible was the only that religion was the only religion that the people was able to practice without getting their head smacked off. You know what I'm saying? By the conquerors and all of that. Um, I'm a part of the Blackfoot and Cherokee tribe. You know, now that word, that Native American word Cherokee, that was created by the conquerors also. The original name of Cherokee is Anayawea. Anayawea. That's the original name of the Cherokee tribe. The conquerors named it Cherokee, just like the conquerors named black people black. You know what I'm saying? And just like King A said, as soon as you're born and as soon as you get that birth certificate, as soon as your parents sign off on that birth certificate, right then and there, you become a ward of the state, right then and there, you know, and they give you a social security card, which is also called a tax identification number. Once they give you that, that's it. You automatically enter into the jurisdiction of the conquerors. Because right now, America is originally a republic. But truth be told, right now, the republic is overthrown. It's overthrown by the conquerors, and it's been for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? And the original people of these lands, of this land, are not taught that they're the original people of this land. Zaid said, I respect your view on that as a person with strong faith. I've seen a lot of that going behind the walls. I would always tell them study first, then make that choice. Absolutely. Maritime law. Now, let's get into maritime law. Maritime law has a lot to do with the water. You understand what I'm saying? Just the same way the ships and the boats, how they board the docks. That's the same thing as when a child is born out of the mother's birth canal. This might be too heavy for this live right here, but this is the facts, and y'all could go look it up. Maritime law and admiralty law has a lot to do with water. You understand what I'm saying? I'll let y'all go look that up for yourselves because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to give the wrong definitions and the wrong science on it. So I'm gonna let y'all look that up for yourselves and all of that. But it's all a game. All of this is a game. It's well blueprinted out by the conquerors. You understand what I'm saying? For us to accept. And the truth is, real knowledge and real history, it's not taught in school. What they teach you in school is what they want you to know. You understand what I'm saying? What they want you to know, not really what you should know. Know why? Because if you knew that you was if you knew that America was originally your land, you know what I'm saying, and you didn't come from nowhere else on no boats, then you would claim sovereignty. You would claim a nation. And now by claiming sovereignty and becoming a sovereign so-called citizen, you have more status than the brands that I just talked about. You have more status than somebody with the white brand. You'll have more status than somebody with the black brand. You understand what I'm saying? If you claim your nation, and this is what they don't want, because there's more to that. I'm gonna bring y'all out the matrix right now. Now, if you do claim sovereignty, right, and you claim a nation, right, that gives you rights to the land. You understand what I'm saying? Now, which gives you ownership to certain pieces of the land. Could you imagine? Like, let's say 50,000 so-called blacks and Latinos claiming a nation and claiming sovereignty and claiming ownership to the land? That would start World War IV right off the bat, because that means that we can actually claim rights to land that there's already property on. Like say that, like me right now, I live in a building right now, and I want this property, and I could legally through paperwork take this property. Imagine 50,000 other so-called blacks and Latinos doing that. Right then and there, we automatically take back America slowly but surely. This is why I always say, as far as like the rappers and all that, the rappers and all that, they have a lot of money, right? So they could buy a lot of land. And if all of them bought land, I ain't even gonna get into it because I don't want them to knock this live out and all of that. But I have solutions. To say it on here, I don't think that's gonna be smart, but I definitely have solutions. But in order to make these solutions a reality, right, you need the right people in play. The people that's already somewhat, you know what I mean, in position. Understand what I'm saying? King A said education and knowledge is worth more than gold. That's a fact. That's a fact. Word up. Salute to Zaid once again. You know, like Zaid's always on the check-in. You already know. But I'm sorry, I'm here to inform y'all that, everything that you think you know is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Everything got a backstory. And that backstory is never taught. The backstory to everything that you was ever taught is never taught. It's not going to be taught in school. Some of it gets taught in college, but they still censor that a little bit. But all of us here on this continent, we so us so-called black people, we get treated the worst, and we get lied to the most on this continent. There's a reason for that. They hiding something. You know what I'm saying? The Freemasons know it. Skull and Bones, every secret society on this planet knows who we are, and they hide it. They want to hide it from us and all of that. Now, in Freemasonry, right? In Freemasonry, there's a third degree. There's a third degree in Freemasonry. And in that third degree, they talk about a guy who was hit over his head, right? In the third degree of Freemasonry. They talk about a guy that was hit over his head, and he forgot. He forgot all he ever learned after he was hit over his head. And he became who the dudes who hit him over the head wanted him to be. Y'all could go look this up. Y'all could Google this. His name is Haram Abiff. Haram Abiff, and the Masons is going to be mad at me for telling this and all that too. But this was told to me by another Freemason that maybe shouldn't have told me this. But in third degree, there's a guy called Haram Abiff, and he was hit over the head. He was a stonemason. They hit him over the head so he could forget who he is, and this and that. And he actually did forget who he was. You understand what I'm saying? Now the Mason dude told me that the allegory, the allegory, right, to that story is really about black people. You understand what I'm saying? So in the third degree of Freemasonry, they telling you right off the back that they hiding who black people really are. You understand what I'm saying? Stoner George, Stoner George in the building. Stoner George said facts. Yeah, man. So yeah, everything that you think you learned and you think you know to become is all bull. It's all bullshit and all that. Nothing is what you think it is. Everything got a backstory. They don't want you to know though. And as far as black people, we originally Moors and Latins. We originally Moors and Hebrew Israelites. All these names that we call ourselves is all names that the conquerors put on us. Even Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was known as the port of riches. You understand what I'm saying? The so-called Taino, the Taino people is the original people of that land mass. Okay, the Tainos and some Arawaks too. Arawak tribe is the original people of that land. You understand what I'm saying? Um, all the islands had tribes. You know what I mean? And Dominican Republic was a heavy provider of sugar. So a lot of the sugar that we know of today comes from Dominican Republic. That's why one of the biggest sugar brands, the name of it is Domino, and they actually mix that name in with DR, with the Dominican Republic. And the first people, the first drug, right? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth because this is Big Twin. I tell y'all the truth. I only do facts. I don't do bullshit. So the first drug that was ever sold, right, in history was sugar. And the Moors actually got a lot of sugar from DR and was selling sugar to the Europeans. Facts, look it up. Anything I say, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta listen to me. You can actually go look this up for yourself. You know, the first drug that was sold was sugar and all that from the sugar canes. The Moors was selling it to the Europeans. The Europeans was going crazy over it. Facts. Google it, you know. And I also want y'all to look up a book. I want y'all to look up a book called Dirt, 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 by an author named Terrence McLaughlin. Now, in this book, Dirt, he tells you the true history, the true European history in the book Dirt. You know, he tells the true European history of Europe and all of that. Like the movies and everything depict Europe as you know, the big castles and this and that, but in the reality, that's not what it really looked like. The original castles and all that of Europe wasn't castles at all. It was actually barns. And in those barns, the royal elite of Europe let they let chickens and all different types of animals live in the house with them. The Moors is what brought the Europeans out of the Renaissance. Now, when the Moors came, when they came through Europe and all that, they actually civilized the Europeans. They taught the Europeans how to not have animals in their house. They taught the Europeans how to wash their body, how to, you know, freshen up. They taught the Europeans how to make street lights. So now to this day, if you look outside your window right now, anywhere you live, you'll see a street light. You'll see like a lamppost, a street light for when it gets dark. Now, the Moors is the ones who invented those street lights because the Europeans and all that, they was just walking around in the dark. When the Moors brought the Europeans into the Renaissance, they created street lights. They created sidewalks also, because there was no sidewalks. There was just regular dirt roads and all that. People was just doing what they want, you know what I mean? But the Moors said, no, let's make sidewalks so the people could walk here, and certain boundaries we won't walk. You know, we'll just walk here. They actually civilized Europe. Facts. This is something else that y'all could look up. Shout out to ODP. ODP in the building. God, the bros is in the building. You already know. Victoria's in the building. King Ace been in the building. King Ace with the Arawaks, Tainos and all that. Original tribes. Look it up. Ottoman. Okay. We playing with names again. All right. So you got Ottomans, Ottoman Turks, and all of that, right? Which is also Moors. You know what I'm saying? See, in history, they play a lot of the name games, like switching the names around and all that. What they don't tell you, this was all like the same type of people. Like when you read the Bible, and a lot of those different races that they talk about in the Bible, a lot of those was actually like dark-skinned people, you know, that they talk about in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? You know, they have the so-called Edomites where they talk about in the Bible. They say that those is the actual Europeans, the Edomites, you know, the Israelites and all that. They actually break that down a little bit better than I can, you know. Again, all right. Now, I'm gonna ask ODP this, you know what I'm saying? Because ODP is very enlightened. ODP, do you think that dudes joined the gangs and all that for support, or did they join it out of fear? I want to know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know how to chat. You could just holler at me. Let me know. Fear support. Fear support. Fear of support. Throwing the link in the comment section too. Give me a second. Anybody's welcome to come in. This page been an open page and all that. You know what I'm saying? Meth Lab. You know what I mean? We started with the interviews and all that. Powerful interviews. That's how this page started. You know what I'm saying? Super friends, you know, the Avengers and all. I got the Avengers together and all that. We came on here, you know, you already know. Stoner George actually said both. He said both, and yes, I do agree. I do agree that it could be both, but I think it was more out of protection. I think they more did it for protection. You know, most of the dudes did it for protection. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. You know, back in the days and all that, dudes would get into little fights and all that outside, and they would run and go get their older cousins, get their big brothers and their older cousins. So now, you know, the gangs and all of that, you know, They the big brothers and all that. They the big cousins and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I got more of my brothers is in the building too. We got VR Venezuela Reyes is in the building. IP is in the building. You know, the original bros and all that. Day one bros, you know, they in the building and all that. For real. But like I said before, a lot of dudes, they did come from backgrounds of not having family and not having support. You know what I'm saying? So they actually did run over to the gangs and all that for the support. You know what I'm saying? Um, I also have like some type of analogy when it comes to gangs too, because like I said before, a couple minutes ago, we all come from tribes. Could this be a way of us subconsciously going back to the tribe by actually joining the gang? Could we be going back to our original tribes? It's just we just doing it in a different manner. We doing it in a different aspect. I don't know if I'm being too deep. Tell me to shut up. But we could be like subconsciously running back to our tribes because we all originally do come from tribes. You know, before we had these brands on us. You know what I'm saying? Venezuela was scared and all of that. Venezuela was scared. That's why he did it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Venezuela and all that. For real. Yeah, yeah. But we come from tribes. You know, we all had tribes and all that. This could be a way of us subconsciously going back to our tribes. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. It's heavy. This may be, I don't know. This may be too heavy for the tube. I don't know. Let me know if this may be too heavy for the tube and all that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of dudes did it out of fear. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
What's popping?
We're shaking.
So hold on. So while they still in the gang, like after, like when they out, like when they in the city, when they outside, like what's the point of that?
Still being in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, you kind of took the oath. You took it on. You know, you took it on, and you know what I mean? Like even when you in the city and all that, they still want to use it for the protection and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing you gotta realize, Venezuela, is that it kind of does bring dudes together, but then in the aspect it brings dudes together to come against another organization that's together. That's the part of it that's no good. You know what I mean?
I don't see that's the part I don't mind. I don't mind the clashing because fucking niggas is gonna clash. That's cool. It's all right. It's all right. We
It's
don't
been
have to
happening
get
since the
along.
beginning of time. We've been
Yeah.
clashing since the beginning of time. You
The
know?
problem is it's like if I'm good and the other guy's no good, but he's still good. That's the problem right there. I'm a good person, but the guy next to me, he's no good, but I'm still good with him because I have to be. See, that's where I really crash right there because he can't
See, the
say
thing is,
nothing like.
VR, you know what Zaid just said? What about like if these dudes had no choice? I believe there's a choice. If you a man, right? If
You
you a
always have a
man,
choice.
you got a choice. There's always a
Yeah,
choice.
always a
You know what I'm
choice.
saying? Even when we at these jobs, when you on your job, when we on these jobs, you feel like you under like scrutiny, like you on a plantation, you can always walk off. The change is in your
Mm.
brain. The actual change, they're in your mind. You know what I'm saying? The change is in your mind, you know?
I see my boy. Like my boy been at the job forever for like 15 years, and he used to be something, and he's not no more. And we talk, and the funny thing is, he told me like there was no way that I could be a gang member forever because I got a job. Like I can't be a gang member at the job. Like none of that, bro. So I gotta turn all that off for like 12 hours, and then when I go back to the block, then I could turn it back on. It don't go like that. I had to turn it all the way off,
Right.
and I be
Yeah,
confused.
right, because when you at the job and all that, you got to turn certain switches off. You got to turn that gangster shit. You got
Mm.
to turn all that off when you at the job. But I don't know, yo, VR. There's people that it's in their heart authentically that they ain't turning those switches off. It's gang, you know. That's it, you know. They wear the crates to their job. I seen a dude in McDonald's and all that working behind the counter with the crates on and all that, you know. So there's dudes that's not turning the switch off. You know what I'm saying?
But don't you
You
have
know.
to?
Um, with that'll probably depend on whether like the managers and all that know what time it is. If they know, like, what I'm saying, if they actually know what that is that you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Man,
remember,
that's
you got
crazy,
different
bro.
religions. You got Santoros and all of that who wear
That's
that. You could
true.
say it's a
That's
part of your
true.
religion.
That is
You know what I'm
very
saying?
true. That's very,
Yep.
very true, bro. They out there. There's a
Yo,
lot of them out there. Wow.
that's the same thing dudes was doing with the beards. You say, oh nah. They say, oh no, you gotta cut that beard. That beard is too long. I say, nah, that's my religion and all that. They can't mess with you. It's
But that's
discrimination if the
bullshit.
job messes
Nah,
with
nah, hold up. Nah, this I used to work in a building. I used to be the doorman in the building, and no matter what you told them, you had to shave that shit off. You have to go full Yankee, like full like the Yankees. You couldn't have a beard, you couldn't have sideburns, you couldn't have nothing, bro. If you didn't like it, you had to get out.
you.
There
Okay,
was no
okay. So
like
these are things that they tell you when you first came into the job. Like,
facts,
yo,
bro. Yes, yes, facts. Those are policies of the building. And I could
clean
have
being
said,
things.
yo, my religion, nigga, they would tell you, all right, nice to meet you. But this shit that never that, bro. So it's 50-50. It's
Right,
always
right, right.
50-50 with that shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. IP said it's IP said gang is more like a brotherhood, like a real brotherhood. He said in Chicago we didn't turn no switches off. He said gang, it's gang wherever we go. You know, we in
Now
school,
when you a kid,
anywhere
when
we
you a
go, it's
kid, it's
gang.
not a brotherhood. When you a kid, it's about clicking up for the fun. When you a kid, it's not no brotherhood. When you in your 15s, nah, I'm not with that. Cause I was there. I was there in the trenches. I was there in the '90s when all that shit was coming to the streets and all that. I was in right in the middle of that shit, and they had nothing to do with brotherhood. It was about me posting on this corner. I gotta post on this corner. I'm somebody from somebody, so niggas respect it. Or I don't got nowhere else to go, so my homie is this, so I gotta chill with him. I gotta be like that, so I could chill in his crib, cause I can't sleep on the street.
Right.
That's how it was when we was kids. It wasn't for and the niggas who was doing it when we was kids, when the niggas who did it in the 2000s when we was young, it's because we didn't know no better. Because we saw the videos on TV and we was like, oh, that's gangster with the flag. We saw Joel Santana with a bandana. That was
You
gangster
killing
to
me.
us.
Yo, VR, you killing me. So
That,
so
yo,
so so hold up. So what you saying right now is a lot of your peoples and all that became gang because seeing Joel Santana and them.
just like niggas see in Chicago, yes, same thing. I correlate that and that to yo, bro. If you ask a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17, you be like, yo, what made you be like that? He gonna tell you, yo, I seen the niggas from Chicago. I seen them. And that's why we pulling hammers. That's why Chicago, homie.
So
Same
hold up.
thing.
So it's safe to say, right? It's safe to say that the Dipset dudes is like, I would say at least like 75% responsible for bringing the gang shit to New York City. That's what you would say.
Tupac. Tupac is like 80% responsible. Pac is the first one. The first guy to blame for this is Pac. Not Snoop,
Elaborate,
not
elaborate,
none of that.
elaborate.
Because everybody wanted to be like Pac, bro. We got to keep it all the way real, bro. Pac's charisma was so impactful that he changed the mindset. And when he put that bandana on, it was a wrap, bro, for the older guys, not the younger kids,
VR, he
not
wasn't
yet.
even a gang member though. He wasn't even a gang member.
But he played with your imagination that he was.
Mm,
He was
okay.
smart enough to market that shit. He knew how to market that shit way better than everybody else right now. He was marketing that shit way before niggas knew. He didn't tell you what he was, but you
Right.
was assuming. You seen him in red ones, you seen him in blue ones, you seen him in white ones. You was all up in the mix. Like, damn, is he not? You was confused. So
He was
he put it on the map.
um he was definitely bipolar, you know, because
Facts. He
on
be
one
in New
hand he'll
York
tell
with,
you,
with red flags. He be in New York with blue flags. Way before all of this. But
right, right,
Dipset,
right.
when Joel Santana had that video on Harlem, today's a new day, got the booty up in the suitcase. That shit right there, oh, oh my goodness, my dude,
Damn.
that shit blew it up. That's what blew it
Wow.
up. That song, that situation right there when niggas was 50 deep. fucking bandanas. They blew that shit out the water.
And you know what, too? A lot of people online is saying that Jim Jones, he's part of like the reason of why, a lot of the gang shit happened in New York City. He's responsible for a lot of it. That's what they saying
Yeah,
online,
he is
you know?
responsible, of course, bro.
Uh,
He holds the weight of that situation because he didn't put in work behind the wall when it started. From what I understand, he wasn't behind the wall, so he bears the responsibility of the negative things on the streets. He bears that, bro. Of course, if you're gonna call yourself capo, you bear the weight of that.
right. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. But so what you think he should do? Knowing that all these people think this about him, do you think he should make a public speech and all that and speak on this? Or you think he should shut up, not say nothing? What you think? Uh, we might have lost Venezuela.
Nah, my fault,
Oh,
bro. My fault. I had to do it with something with the home attendant. You know how them shit go. They don't speak English like that.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, well, I was yo. You know what? Yo, if he did a video, of course, bro. I never thought of it like that, but
Yo, I'm
of course,
telling you, this is the times we living in where you
it's
could
the time
actually
we
make
living in.
public speeches and you could state your case. You could state, you know what I'm saying? But he's not. He's just, he's posting pictures on IG. He's laughing. You know what I mean? It's all a joke to him. He's not saying nothing. He's letting people think whatever they want to think about him. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I like
If
Big U. Big U, I like him from that aspect because I've seen videos where he's like, "Yo, this is not the way to go. I got kids. I lost these many years." I seen Big U's first interview, and he was talking about his own kids. He's like, "I don't want my own kids." Everybody says that. I seen Mob James.
right,
I even seen the guy who killed Pac, bro. I seen Keefe D say all that shit, bro. That they don't want their kids in it. They don't want their
right,
kids.
right,
I've
right,
seen these guys say it, bro. The guys who really was holding the responsibility of pushing that shit to the forefront. They saying
right,
it.
right,
I
right,
never seen Jim Jones say nothing. And I understand it's like a silent thing, but damn, bro, you a grown man, bro. You can't be grown men are not silent. That's what makes it weird in this society right now. The grown
right.
men are the most quietest people, and the young kids are they out here, bro. It's,
Facts,
it's like
facts, facts.
it's like backwards, bro.
I keep it official with you and all of that. Um, I'm gonna 100% say that I believe that the Dipset movement is what kind of flooded out the city. Now you got to remember, yes, a lot of the gang shit started in jail. It started in the jails and all of that. So you got your dude. We already know who's responsible for starting all of that in the jail system. But
Nah,
I
we
say
don't
the
never we
Dipset
never
dudes,
gonna
they
know.
gotta they gotta take the credit for the outside, for the streets. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that the shit that started inside the jail, I think every day it gets more diluted. That's the weird part too, because every
Nah,
day,
because we are. I know dudes that became gang in jail. And then when they came out, they ain't try to put other people down with that. They ain't try to like bring
mm,
bring other people home and show other people the light. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that came from another source of how the streets, how it became
how it
big on the
moves,
streets. That came from another
yeah,
source. I know
and
dudes
that,
that was locked. They came home. They ain't even try to turn nobody. They ain't try to bring nobody home or show nobody the light or nothing. You
I
know?
respect that. That's the part I like right there. I admire that shit more than anything, bro. You could have been in the gang in the jail. That's okay, bro. That's fine. That's fine and dandy, bro. Cause sometimes you need help. In life, we just need help sometimes, bro. And we can't hold that wall up by ourselves. We need some help. But when you out here, nah, 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 nah. Leave. It's like the mafia, bro. That's like the mafia recruiting in rap videos. That shit would be insane, bro. You look at them like, what's wrong with them, bro? But it's the
Right, right,
same
right.
thing. The mafia don't. The mafia is responsible too. I look at that shit too, bro. I look at the mafia as a 2% responsible for the gang culture. Yes, because they
Go
made
ahead,
it. They made
elaborate.
it look cool. Because
What
they
you're saying is they made it look cool to have an organization.
facts. You
Mm.
yes. They made it the structure. They made it like yo. I could prosper in that and have a career in gang. They made it look
All
cool.
right, so let me ask you this: Now let's talk about a different. I'm gonna talk about one difference between a mafia and gang. Now, as far as gang let anybody in the whip. Yo,
Anybody.
VR, yo, bum ass niggas and all that. Like
I could be in
that's
the way.
bloods and all that.
I'm soft, yo. I'm soft as cakes, bro. But if I gave somebody like 20,000, I could be a big homie. I think I
Facts.
could.
Yo, it's bum ass niggas that's bloods like VR. There's bum ass niggas that's Crips and all that. You understand what I'm
Facts.
saying? That these dudes is begging for dollars in front of stores, in
On the
front of the
train,
bodegas and all that.
on
Come
the
on, man.
train, all
And,
of
and
that.
these is people to look up to. These is OGs and all that.
It's it's like if you look at the history of the mafia, it was run like a paramilitary structure, basically. That's how it was ran, basically. They wouldn't let you in unless you went through the basic training, and they still wouldn't let you in unless somebody recruited you in. You had to know somebody
Right.
who knows somebody who was solid.
That's
Who
what I'm
was
saying. Like even if you did little dirt stuff that they do and all that, they still wouldn't let you in. You have to have somebody solid. It's called to vouch for you, right?
it's
To
so
vouch for you.
valuable, yeah.
All right,
Uh-huh.
so that we can't compare that to the we can't compare gang to the mob then because they let anybody in the whip. These gangs let anybody in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could be a gang member. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, there's similar structures to it, but the gang, you know what the gang is really like if we really want to be like, let's be real. The gang is really like tribes in Africa or in Haiti.
That's what I
That's
was
what the
just saying.
gang. Uh-huh.
That's what I was just saying before you came on. Yep.
You know, they take you in as a child and they arm you up and then they leave you. They leave you like in the jungle and they be like, yo, hold this post down. But it be like 20 fucking 18-year-olds or 15-year-olds in the jungle holding a post or a highway down. But they kids,
Right, right,
bro.
right,
They didn't really
right,
get
right, right.
training. You don't know if they're gonna run when another fucking army tank come through. Like they all not ready for that shit, bro. Same thing with
But
the
let me
gang.
ask you this: did it help us or hurt us? Did it help New York City or did it hurt New York City?
You know, you have no option. That's how I look at it. There was no up or down. It's like it was forced. Cause cause you can't say you can't look at New York without the gang. You can't imagine it. You can't picture it. You can't. It would have been worse. I think. I think it did help in certain aspects. Cause it focused dudes street dudes that wasn't gonna do nothing that was just gonna go ham and die in Brooklyn. It made them focus into a group. It made them. You understand? It did
Right,
help them. I ain't gonna deny that neither. Hell man
right.
niggas. Cause man niggas would have been dead. Been dead.
King A said this. King A said gangs been here since Black Spades and Savage Skulls, and that's a fact. So that was
I don't
always here in New York City. That was
I
always
don't
here.
consider those gangs. No. I'm considered like this the difference back then is is that they was actively trying to politically change the atmosphere. So we call those political organizations. Like the Black Panther was not no gang. That's a political group, bro. By every means of the imagination, bro. They had political stands.
No, no, but King Ace is saying the Black Spades, though. The Black Spades and the Savage Skulls, the Savage Nomads,
And
Skulls.
let's say the nomads. The nomads was it they was political too. They was political too, cause I seen the nomads in fucking in political rallies. Just there, man. Then like at they was gangs, but they wasn't in the trenches doing the dirt on public. Wasn't in the trenches like that, bro. Like you could see them, you could see the chingalings in the block chilling with the motorcycles. Yeah, yeah, but they was inside a clubhouse or they was
Right.
in
They had their
front
own
of them.
they had their own little
Mhm.
bar.
If the gangs had their own little bar, like if the blood niggas had on 149th, they had a spot, I give him that. I'd be like, oh, I give you that. It's going in the right direction. They had a pool hall, I give you that. I'd be like, oh, that's fine. I give it to you. That's okay. I'm with all that. If the gangs had a place where the youth can go and chill out and not do no crime, and you could still be blood inside a pool hall or inside a fucking a basketball place, I give you that. I'd be like, oh, that's fire, bro. That's good. But they don't. The basketball street is outside. It's on the
Right, right,
corner.
right. But see, one thing people got to remember is something like what King Ace just said. He said the gangs was worse in the trenches. They was worse, than they, New York was sort of like a war zone back then, he's saying. So basically he's saying it was worse back then, you know what I'm saying,
It's
to what
better
it is
back
now.
then. You
And
could
yo,
snitch
VR,
on
it
them
was
back then.
worse. It was worse.
It was worse, but it was better for the civilian because you could snitch on them back
Right,
then.
right, right.
Back then, if somebody did some wild shit, you wasn't scared to say it. If you was not involved, you was not scared. You was scared for the consequences. If they was deep, if they was 1,000 deep, but they was snitching back then. Let's keep it all the way real. The civilian, he was telling. He was telling all the way fast, ASAP. He was telling, bro, because he didn't want that shit.
Hey, yo, VR, peep this. Remember, it's little movie theaters and all that are out here, right? So now
Yeah,
174th, right? On 174th, the 174th stop on the 2 and the 5, there was a movie theater right there. Now on
yeah.
the Prospect stop over there, the 2 and the 5, there was a movie theater there. I'm gonna tell you why these movie theaters got closed down. These movie theaters got closed down because that's where the gangs would always get it on. So now the different gangs like the
Yeah.
Black Spades, the Peacemakers, Seven Crowns, all these different gangs used to end up at the movie theaters on Fridays, and they were all clash. They were all fight in the movie theaters. That's
Like
why they shut
skate
the
key.
movie theater down on the 4th and the one on
You
the
talk about
Prospect.
places
Yep,
places like
facts.
skate key. Niggas go to skate key, niggas be out there, niggas will get you, like places like that, bro. I know. I know.
Well, I mean, they shut the skate key down, the original one on Allenton, because somebody got their throat slit in there. That's why they
Bro,
shut that down. You
first
know what I
time I went
mean?
to
But
skate key, I was in the bathroom and I see somebody rip somebody in the bathroom. In the bathroom in skate key. I went in the bathroom. That shit was like 1,000 deep, niggas on the wall, niggas chilling. I went in there. I was young. I seen a nigga get cut from ear to ear. I got out, went to get my shoes, and got the fuck up out of there, bro. I got the
right,
fuck
right,
up
right.
out of there.
And you talking about the skate key on Allenton, right?
Uh-huh. I think the time I went to Skakey, I ain't even gonna cap. I think the locks, not even I think Jada Kiss, they was on Bad Boy. I think they was in there. They was having like a promotional thing and the locks was in there. That's how I got in because I knew somebody who was working around that shit. And I was a young nigga.
All right, so yeah, VR, you was going later on in time because the locks they wasn't even buzzing around the time where I was going to the key. Now
Yeah.
around the time where I was going to the key, I'm gonna tell you the truth. People actually went there just to skate. It was after the key, after the session was over. Outside is when stuff was happening. You know what
Crazy.
I'm
They
saying?
had a
But
dance floor in
people was
Skakey,
actually in there
remember?
skating.
You could dance in there. They had a whole fucking like a little club basically in Skate Keep, bro. They had the
I mean,
skating part and they had the little club part, like the
yeah, I mean,
dance.
you could, yeah, yo, the key was a vibe. I ain't gonna
That
hold you.
shit
The
was
key
the
was a
best,
vibe.
bro. It
The
felt
key
like
was a
jail
vibe.
to get in. I ain't gonna lie neither. You had to take your shoes off. You couldn't have flags. You couldn't none of that shit.
Facts,
Take all that off. Take
facts. They
your
had to
belt
search you
off.
with the baton, with the metal detector, all that. But
First time I seen that was in Skate Key. Like, oh, what the fuck, metal detectors? Like to skate? I didn't understand it until I saw somebody get cut. Like, oh, all right, yeah, you need metal detector. Okay.
But the crazy thing is, a lot of people is more familiar with the one on Willis. I wasn't even
Yo,
skating no
hold on.
more
Let
by
me
the
call you
time the
back.
one on Willis was built. You know, that one over there by 138th and all that. We lost some VR. He gonna come back. King A said waiting for cabs at the roller rink was the problematic part. That's what I'm saying. Like it was after the fact. It was never, it wasn't never really drama in the skate key on Allenton. You know what I'm saying? I never had no drama in the skate key. It was outside when the session was over, is when everybody started to get stupid and all that. Like walking back to the train to get back to the train, the 2 and the 5 and all that is when stuff got stupid over there. But people used to go there. People used to have a good time in there. People used to actually just skate and all of that. I ain't even gonna hold you. It wasn't all that rah-rah and all that in there. People was actually skating backwards and all that. Yo, your most thuggish ass nigga was skating backwards in there and all that. He was nice on the skating backwards and all that. Your most thuggish ass shit was different. The key was a vibe and all that. Unfortunately, they could never bring something like the skate key back. They could never bring that back and all that because you already know what's gonna happen. For real. You already know. King A said, you seen what I said about the snitching thing? What you think? King Ace, run that back to me. Run that back. Let's drop that again. Drop that gem again. Drop that knowledge again. Yeah, yeah. For anybody that might have just joined this live, we was talking about like the gangs and all that. Did people do it for support, or did people actually join out of fear? We was trying to, we was elaborating on that. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's good or not for us. Yep. ODP said the Ghetto Brothers and the Young Lords were trying to change things for us. Yeah, man, it's Chicago dudes and all that. I forgot the head of the Young Lord's name. Um, I forgot his name and all that, but he's still around and all that too to this day. And they was trying to change things, and a lot of the gangs started with the good intent. They started with good intent and all of that. Then it went another way because dudes started to oppress other dudes and all that. You know what I'm saying? Might have started off with like 10, 20 dudes. Next thing you know, it's like 200, 300, 400, 500 dudes. And now the oppression comes into play. Now they start oppressing people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about the whole thing. A lot of dudes and all that. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of dudes joined it out of fear. They joined it out of fear because once they seen that their numbers was up and all that, then they started acting up. Wrong, 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 wrong direction. Wrong way. Wrong direction to take it into. You know what I'm saying? For real. Mr. Executioner in the building. He says, salute Big Twin and all the first real ones in the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the G right there. That's the OG right there, Mr. Executioner. You already know. Yeah, man. What happened to VR? VR gonna come back. Hey, yo, the chat is open. Yeah, Cha-Cha Jimenez, and Richie Perez and all that. Cha Jimenez is actually still around. He's still around to this day. You know what I'm saying? The Young Lords. That's Chicago dudes and all of that. You know, lot different back then in Chicago than what it is now. There was always organizations and all that out in Chicago and all that, but they was moving in a different direction than what the organizations is moving in now. Now the organizations is based on your block. Now it's just the blocks. The blocks is holding everything down now. The blocks, whatever block you're from. But back then they actually had the organizations. They had lessons and all that they was following and all that. A lot of these gangs and all that of today, they don't got lessons they go off of. You know what I'm saying? It's just a block, whatever block you from. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Let me see. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. King Ace, I'm trying to find it right now. King Ace, you could drop that gem again. Drop that gem again. Drop it again and all that. I want, I might have missed that. You know what I'm saying? In transit, but drop that again. Yep, and that's a fact. The actual oppressed became the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? The oppressed became the oppressors and all that. So we actually used a lot of things, a lot of these organizations and all that. We used it to benefit us. You know what I'm saying? Got the young dudes and all of that, like pumping for us. You know what I'm saying? We got, dudes doing a lot of stupid shit, under the gang moniker. You know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy and all that. For real. Got VR back in the building. VR's back in the building. You already know.
Yeah, I used to be worse with the gang members, but my friend, but well, like four of them, but they gang. So after speaking to them, and I used to be way worse. I used to be like, nah, my nigga, you doing some funny shit, bro. We're not fucking with you. To the niggas I grew up with that turned gang, like when we was in our 20s, I'll tell them right there, like, yeah, I'm not fucking with you, bro. You're not gonna get me killed because of you, bro. Not fucking with you, my nigga. You doing wild shit. But
Yo,
I
VR,
changed.
right now it's kind of crazy in the Bronx right now. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's crazy. They
That's a
got it's the blocks. The blocks is going to war with each other. The
It's the
blocks.
blind,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
not for no
Yeah.
money. Not for no money though. Not for
Hey,
nothing.
yo, I was laughing. Last night I was watching something. Hey, yo, the Italians don't got Little Italy no more. By the way, they ain't got Little Italy no more.
It's because
They
the
might own the
COVID.
business. They might own the businesses and all that out there in Little Italy, But as far as the streets and all that, the young dudes, they got the streets over there on 87. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
They got
80,
the streets.
yo, that's crazy. That I be over there all the time. Like I buy food over there. I go to the supermarket. I go to the bakery shop. That's a fact, bro. Like that shit
Yeah,
is, bro. When they have the little festival out there, there'll be like 2,000 niggas out there, gang niggas. Like
that's what I'm saying.
2,000 smoking blunts, all that 55
What I'm
deep.
saying. They own the businesses. They still got the businesses. They own those over there, but they ain't got the streets no more. You
But
know what I'm
the
saying?
COVID made them leave though, because they used to be out there a little more. But I guess they scared to get sick or whatever. They even stopped chilling outside. The Italians, they
Yeah,
be
but
in the
remember the block?
stores.
They all used to be in front of that little pool hall on
Yeah, yeah.
damn, I forgot. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
talking about? It's in the block off of
It's
187.
in the block. Yeah, they not.
They used to all be sitting in front of the chairs and all that out there.
The
You know what I'm saying?
facts next to Kennedy Fried Chicken. They used to have one there
Yep,
too.
yep.
They sold that. They sold that piece, or they rented it out because now it's a Mexican spot.
Yo, that's Sev side right now. They call it Sev side now.
Yeah, that's South Side. Yeah.
Sev
Uh-huh.
side,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And if you go up those blocks right there,
yo, yo, I
they
was,
will
I
clapping
was
on those
trying my
blocks.
best to not touch on this and all that either. I was trying my best. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I
I
was
know what
trying
you're
my
gonna
best to not
touch on.
touch
You're gonna touch on them gang niggas, them YG niggas.
the YGs. They
I
got
don't
Little
blame
Italy
them.
right
See
now.
them? I don't
I was
blame
trying
them
not to
because
touch on this.
there's a difference now. They're doing that for money. Cause they know if they do it well, like if you catch 5 bodies and you got one hot song, you're gonna get 100,000 from this shit, bro. They doing this for money now, bro. I understand them young niggas. See, I give them niggas respect, bro, because there's money at the end of that tunnel. There's money
Right.
involved, bro. They making videos on YouTube. Oh, yo, all those deaths that them little niggas gonna die from, every one of those deaths is it's like 100,000 in their pocket, bro. Because they're gonna make money from those deaths, bro. So
Yeah.
like
But look, at
I
what
can't
cost
blame
though?
them.
But
At
at what
somebody's
cost are
life,
you making money?
somebody, somebody's life, bro.
I mean, look at the drama. Look at the drama that these dudes is going through with each other. And that's what's making it hot right now. Like, that's where the numbers is up on the streams, the actual streams on with the music. It's because of the beef. It's all
It's because
because
of
of
the
the beef.
beef.
I
Uh-huh.
mean, the music is decent, but it's mostly because of the beef, you know?
What I really want to know is, yo, bro, how these 16-year-olds, right? They don't pay rent, so they live with their mother. How do they smoke weed in the house, have these type of videos on the internet, have guns in the crib, all that shit, bro. And they don't pay rent. So how do the parents be like, oh no, we good. We gonna let this continue. We gonna just ride out. What they see money, the parents like, how do they let this go on?
VR, you know why they let it go on. When the rent is getting paid, right? But check it. When the rent is getting paid, dudes is bringing the food into the crib and all that. The parents is gonna shut up. The parents is like, you know what? Let them do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They holding it down with the rent. You know what I'm saying? They bringing food in the crib. They bringing big flat screen TVs in the living room and all. They
Right.
like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. This is the
So a
sad part
16 year
of
old,
reality of the hood, of the hood reality. This is the sad part. As long
a
as you got
16
the
year old
bag
could
and all that,
convince
your
me
parents is gonna
to
be
keep my
quiet,
mouth shut. If a 16-year-old could convince me to keep my mouth shut as a 49-year-old, that's crazy,
Crazy,
bro.
right?
That's
Crazy,
fucking
yeah.
crazy, bro. That's
Yep,
fucking
but
ass backwards, bro.
yep, but that's the that's the reality that we come from. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality we come from. It's
So
a
I
lot
could
of
pay
dudes
my
out here.
parents off.
They bringing the money in the house. Everybody's
I
shutting
could
up. Nobody's saying nothing.
I could pay my parents off for hush. Like I could hush everybody in the house with money. Everybody. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's
That's crazy.
son.
Yo, King Ace is talking about. He said Maya Lansky. And yo, King Ace, Maya Lansky is the only gangster, one of the only gangsters that actually he lived his whole life, right? Owning the businesses, doing this and doing that. And he died like a regular person.
He was
You
a
know what I'm saying?
racketeer.
Maya Lansky, yep. Died like a regular casinos and all that, died like a regular person and all
And
that. No,
he worked for the government. He worked for them.
I was about to get into that next because he never did no Fed time or none of that. Like, how did he make it through the whole thing without, you know what I'm saying, without doing no Fed time. Like he never had no Fed beef or nothing, Meyer Lansky. You know,
He
he
had
lived his
property
whole
on
life
the
till he
dock.
was old and died, you know?
Cause he had commercial property on the docks. He controlled the docks, so they had to negotiate. That's the thing. Like if the gang members owned the building and they was like the Rollo shit. What Rollo showed you is if you own the shit and you legal, it's hard for them to get you. It's only when you doing funny shit. Like Rollo didn't get caught because of the weed or none of that shit. He got caught because he was on a plane with it. He was taking it from place to place to place. That's where the feds came in. But it
But you
wasn't
don't
because
think
of
they
the
started
weed.
watching him because he bought the complex, right? He bought the complex down
Right,
south with the low
right.
income, right?
That made him hot right there.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he
what
bought
I
a
think put them
compound.
on him. But
Right, you
look
bought
at Guy Fisher. Guy Fisher in Harlem. He bought the Apollo. That's what put the feds on him when he bought the Apollo.
once you start buying property, they look at that as money laundering. They
Yep.
start to understand that you can launder money through these things, and they come after you. But Meyer Lansky, he
Yep.
wasn't laundering money through that. He was getting money from the fucking workers. What they will do is they will pay you in cash, and they will receive your check and put your check in my bank, and I will launder money that way.
Right.
I
Well, I
would
mean,
just pay you up
Pete,
front.
Pete, no VR, Pete. The whole entire Las Vegas is money laundering. Look at the
Fact.
Flamingo. The Flamingo was one of the first casinos on the desert, right? And that was Maya and them. That was
Bro,
Bugsy Siegel, and Maya
Venezuela,
Lansky and them. You know, the whole thing was built
even
off of money laundering. You know what
I
I'm
put it
saying?
on a scale. I'm gonna show you something, right? Venezuela is one of the biggest money laundering operations in the world because they take oil and sell it abroad. But in the barrels be empty. There's nothing in the barrels. They just have to send the barrels out into the world because they gotta register when they go through ports. So they have evidence that I send you oil, but in reality, them just be empty. The oil is just to money to launder money of drugs.
Mm.
I have registration of oil that I supposedly sold, supposedly. But in reality, when you pay me like a country like Cuba, let's say, I never send you no oil, but you saying you paying me, and I take the money from the drugs and I wash it through the banks, through the banks inside the country,
So basically,
inside.
the oil is the front. The oil is the front.
The oil is the front, yes.
Okay,
The oil.
that's a big front. The oil VR. That's a big front.
That's the front, bro. That the
That's
oil is
crazy.
the front. Yes. Uh-huh. That's why the United States takes their tankers. Because if I take your tanker, you might have to use somebody else's tanker, and I can stop it on open seas.
Right.
I can't stop your tanker if I'm Venezuela and you the United States. You cannot stop my tanker on open seas. You can't because of the the treaties. But if I rent somebody else's tanker, you could. That's how the United States plays the game. They seize your assets, so you have to rent somebody else's tanker, and they could search on open seas to make sure that's oil. You understand? It's like it's the most perfect front in the world. The oil, the perfect
So
front.
and that's probably the main import in Venezuela is the oil.
Facts. Fact. The
But it's
reason
really
they
the front.
nationalized the oil, the reason that they nationalized the oil, because they needed something to wash the money. Because
So
they
what
had
was Cuba?
people do
Because remember, at Cuba, it was a certain point where Cuba had no import export
facts.
ventures with the United States. So what was their main
Cuba is the Cuba's main role in Venezuela is that they're supposed to protect the president because when Chavez died, it showed them inside the government that an outside force can kill your president because they say Chavez died because of a ring. You know they have this ring. They have this. This
right.
is you can look this up on 60 Minutes. They have a ring that I could shake your hand and I poison you. They have it.
Mm,
That guy from Saudi intelligence, he came out with that years ago talking about it. So what they noticed in Venezuela, like damn, inside the circle, somebody could kill you. So they use Cuba as the counterintelligence. They use them as the personal security for the president, so that he can never be infiltrated. They can't have a coup from inside the country because the people who protect them, they're not even Venezuelan, so you can't corrupt them.
mm.
You understand? Cuba hold the people who guard the president. Cuba holds their family in a compound. So for just for in case they wanna flip the script, they
Right.
smoke their whole family down to the children. So they never flip the script. They can never be a coup.
Right. Because you got to remember, like, when you go to like these third world countries and all that, the kidnap game is
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 a
is is viral. You know,
it's a
they on
bitch.
some kidnapping. You know what I mean? So
My
it's
brother got
different. It's
kidnapped
different.
when he was a kid. They held him for 3 days
See
when he was a
why?
kid
For why?
for money.
For money.
We used to
See.
own like where we have the business now. It used to be a gas station before, and you could see the safe from outside. Like we used to have a safe in the wall, but you could see it's the safe that you can't take it out. That is tied into the building. That it has a deposit box inside the building. Like for in case something happened, you could drop money from a wall inside the building to the safe without opening the safe. We have that,
Mm.
but you could see it from outside. So I guess they seen it and they seen it and they seen it and they took him. Like my brother used to work in the gas station. He used to pump gas when we was kids. And one day they was closing and they took him. He was fucking around. He was smoking, like fucking with the bitches who used to work there. And they closed one day and they took his ass for 3 days and they had to give like I think it was like 15 racks in the 90s.
Mm. That's crazy.
That's
Yo,
official.
Lysis Perez said the biggest Colombian drug lord got caught like a couple days ago.
But there's three right now. Right now, there's three. There's three, and the reason that they take them down is because they don't want to negotiate with the IMF, with the World Bank. You know that they have to put their
The
money in
International
bank.
Monetary Fund, right?
Facts, facts. So when
International
they get
Monetary Fund.
right, the people who take them down, they're called economic hitmans. That's what they don't work for no government. They work for the bank. Those are economic hitmen. They go to them, they meet them, and they tell them you have to invest your money in our banks, or we will take you down. And he's an example of they didn't they the cartels, they don't trust the banks right now. They don't trust because of the pandemic. They don't trust them
For
because
the
they like damn
pandemic.
they're gonna take my money because because of the pandemic. They're gonna take me down and take my money. So they don't have trust with the banks right now. So it's
Right.
that's why they're taking those guys down right now. But they
Mm.
use Venezuela as an exit port to funnel what the revolution in Venezuela was to destabilize the whole region, was to destabilize the continent, so that they can attack the United States with economic immigration. Like they knew they couldn't go up against the United States with bullets, so they used people to bring down the value of the United States. They used
Yo,
immigration
VR,
as a
is
weapon.
Venezuela the country where there's a certain pair of Nikes, right? A pair of Nikes
Uh-huh.
that you can't wear. If you wear them Nikes, you automatically classified a gang member? Or is
Nah,
that
nah.
another
I think that's Brazil.
Brazil, right? Where you can't wear, it's a certain pair of Nikes that you can't wear. Only the gang wear that certain
Yeah.
type of Nike, something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think I think it's Brazil that's in the favela, so they can know like who you with. They dress according to the section you in.
Right.
But yeah, but the revolution's whole point was to destabilize the region to get as many countries in the Americas, which means the continent of America, to become communist or socialism. They use drug money and oil money to infiltrate every fucking government in the region so that they can side with Venezuela against the United States economic policies. They was
Mm.
using them. You understand? The revolution wasn't just for Venezuela, it was for the whole continent because we had oil. They figured out that we have oil forever. Forever. It's never gonna go away. So we could use this money for oil to knock that empire down, to knock them out. And they
Mm.
started
It's
doing that
crazy.
with immigration. You
But something
understand?
happened with the president, right, of Venezuela. I forgot. With
They put
Maduro,
up
right?
right. What's going on right now is that they found his the guy who launders the money for him. They caught his ass in Cape Verde. He was making an international stop from Venezuela to Iran, to launder money and to come up with to open more businesses.
Right.
So when he did a fuel stop in Cape Verde, the DEA went up on him and they caught him in the United States, and Venezuela was fighting for like 2 years to get that man now because he's the guy he's the accountant for the money laundering, and they took him like a week ago, And that's why they took the Colombian guy too, because they want to tie them all in to the president.
Because
They
he
want to
was
do
holding
the
all the officials was corrupt. Basically, it's a team of corrupt officials.
facts, but all of that shit is to knock down the United States. Because if the
Mm,
United States is weak, they cannot go after governments in Latin America. If the United States is weak, if they're weak, they're too busy trying to fix their own wounds. So the governments down there, they could last for years and years and years and years and years. Understand? If you
that's
start
crazy.
poking holes at the bear can attack you because he gotta tend to his wound. They figure
Mm.
that part out. Just
So
that
so 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 that country has no influence in America.
that country has a lot of influence in America because it has oil.
What's the oil? Yeah, the oil. The oil.
The
Yep.
oil is no
Oil.
yo. The oil, that shit is no joke, bro. Why you think? Why you think the United States? Why you think the world is going green? That's the reason,
Mm.
because they don't want to negotiate with OPEC countries, with oil countries no more. They got tired of fucking dealing with them, so they decided we're gonna go electric. We're gonna go fucking Tesla, so they could bankrupt them basically.
Ooh, ooh, that's heavy right there. That's heavy.
Those, those are facts, bro.
Mm.
These are facts. These are facts.
Ah,
These are in the
so
documents
Elon,
when it
so
comes to the
basically
oil companies.
Elon Musk is getting in where he fitted. He's getting in where he fits in. Like he,
He saw the future. I guess the government went to him and told him like they wanna get away from carbon fuel because they being fucking they have ransom. The other countries, the OPEC countries, they hold them for ransom. The price of oil, the barrel is like $100 today. It's like $75. The price of the barrel. One barrel, bro. That shit don't even fill up the car, bro, for long. One
but
barrel.
you think the dude Elon Musk, you think he knows about all of this? That's why he's trying to get ahead, get ahead, move a few chess moves ahead on
Of
this.
course, bro. I'm pretty sure they went.
That's
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure he had the patent. The way this works in America is you make the patent, they come to you. As soon as you go put the patent up, like yo, I want to certify my patent, the government comes to you and tell you, all right, would you want to work with us? We'll fund your factory. We'll give you the territory. We'll give you the this. We'll give you the building. Can you make concessions for us, for the United States? Can you make certain concessions? And most times
That's
out of
crazy.
10, they say, yeah, of course.
Yo,
Jeff
people,
Bezos showed
people,
you.
King A said. King A said a guy invented a motor that runs in water, and the government killed him, stole his blueprints and patent. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
the guy's
So
name
nobody
is
can sell it.
Sam. It's like I used to have that on my phone. He didn't invent the motor. He invented the car that can get refueled with hydrogen. That's what he did. He came on the news. I have the clip somewhere in the house because I printed it out and all that. And he made a car that can be refueled with hydrogen. I'm talking about with water, with urine, with anything that has hydrogen. He was
That's
taking
crazy.
oil, yeah, and he was gonna put it on the open market, and in the news they said he was about to go public with his thing until a colonel from the United States Navy came to see him, and that's the last we heard of him. That's what they say in the news. In the news they say that. I know who he's talking about. Well, yeah, Elon Musk. The thing with Tesla is so interesting is California passed a bill last year that by the year 2035 there will be no cars in California that run on gas. It
Crazy.
will be illegal. It will be illegal. So they setting up the parameters to knock down oil companies.
But yo, this dude is talking about building like a society out of space and all that. The Elon
Facts,
Musk dude.
facts, facts.
He want to go
So
live up there. He don't even want to live on Earth no more. He want to live up there.
because they're scared, bro. They're scared of the pandemics that's coming. They understand. They know. They seen it. They seen it in their lifetime. A pandemic. They know what's up.
Right, right, right. They know it
They
could get
understand
worse
that.
too.
Yeah, they understand that warfare is gonna be different in the future. It's not gonna be just with bullets. So they want to get out of here. They want to go to a war-free zone because it's gonna be that in the future, right? A peace zone, and it's gonna be in space.
Wow, that's
Facts,
crazy.
bro.
So maybe it's these dudes. Maybe we should be looking at these dudes, the moves that they making to predict what our future might be.
Facts. Because when I saw the shit with Carbon about California, they was talking about it in Venezuela, but they was talking about it like they was taking shots at their oil company. They automatically they put it two and two together. They was talking about it on the news. I'm talking about the president was he was subliminally talking about it. Like, yo, they're taking shots at us, cause the United States is one of the biggest fucking importers of Venezuela petroleum. It's one of the
Right.
biggest on the low.
Yeah, he's trying to do the tours and all that too. Like King A said, where he's like, people could go out of space for a day and come back. You know, this dude's
Mm-hmm.
trying to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? He's
Of
trying to
course,
capitalize
bro.
off the universe. You know, hey yo, these
So you
people will
telling me
kill
they don't?
God if they can, man. I'm telling you,
They,
this is
I don't
crazy.
think they want to kill God. I think, how do I explain it to you? I think they want to get enlightened, bro. I think they're looking for God. They're looking for signs in the universe. They want real proof,
Right, right, right.
and it's
And
all
what?
right.
Then when they get real proof, what? They're gonna try to take them down. You know what I'm saying? It's,
Nah,
yo, these people is crazy, VR.
they want to go further. They want to have babies in space, bro.
He
Facts, bro.
said,
If
yo,
they can have children without being in contact with the rest of the human race, I think they will do it, bro.
right, right, right.
Of course,
See,
bro.
that's the thing. You know, we in crazy times right now. You know, these people they might be saying to themselves like, "Yo, Earth is done." You know what I'm saying? The dollar's
Earth
back
is
by
done.
nothing. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like, yo, it's time to move on. You know what I'm saying?
Earth is done. Yeah. The pandemic put a lot of shit in place, like where they gave them the excuse to do it.
Right. Yo, Ulysses Perez said, "What about the robots? The
Yo,
artificial intelligence take
yo,
over."
you seen the
I
you know
mean, it
what the
started
deep
already.
fake is? You know what deep fake is?
Deep fake.
Yeah, that's it's an algorithm that it can take your face and your voice and your features and make a video without you ever saying the things that you're saying in the video. They
Did
have
they do that
this.
with the presidents
Nah, they do it with commercials,
or commercials?
but they do it with commercial in China. Like they take dead people and they have them in commercials with saying things that they never said. Like Bruce Lee, they'll have him doing crazy shit, but he never said like buy this McDonald's burger type of shit. That's what's coming
Mm.
out now.
That's crazy. So they could basically manipulate people who ain't even here, like have them
Nah,
doing ads and all that for people that ain't even
yeah,
here.
because they'll
Wow, that's
take every footage of you that's out there, and they'll take your voice, and then they'll make the algorithm to make a face, features, everything. I'm talking about they will have you dancing basically, but you never dance and you never done those things. They have that now. They use them in commercials now in China, shit like that. Yes,
yeah.
they have
King
that.
A said it. He said deep fake can make an independent video of you doing anything, just anything.
Hmm.
You can be doing
Hmm.
anything with the deep fake.
I think that's gonna come faster than people think because people don't trust the news. They don't trust the news. You don't trust CNN for nothing, bro. So I think it's coming faster, way faster,
Right,
way
right, right.
faster.
I mean, we really ain't gonna trust them when that come. You know, come on, you got somebody that was dead for the last 40 years doing a
They're gonna
McDonald's
bring
ad.
Pac back. They're gonna bring Matt. They're gonna bring Michael Jackson. They're gonna present to you in an entertainment way first. Like the hologram is the example. They showed
But
you like
yo, VR, peep the other side of the spectrum. Check this out. Ulysses Perez said, or they might set you up saying you did a crime that you never did.
like
Boom.
a fake audio. Yeah.
Oh
Uh huh.
man.
Uh huh.
Well, I'm dead. It's over. It's over.
Uh huh. Yeah.
It's over.
That's what's going on now. Like people can fake. People can fake your audio. If I got two witnesses in one audio of you saying something, and I got two witnesses of putting you in the place of the crime, even though you're not even in the state, I can still put you in jail.
Right, right,
I
right.
can, because two eyeball witnesses beats any alibi in court.
Two eyeball, yeah. Or footage or camera footage.
Fact, right?
Or
If
camera
I could
footage.
put you in the scene of a crime, I could denounce your alibi day and night, bro. Day and fucking night. Eyeball witnesses. They're more credible than your alibi in court. Just like a video.
Right,
A
right, right.
video is more credible than a witness. Than a witness, you can have 15 witnesses to stand up in court and take an oath under the Bible, and one video will knock them down
Right.
in open court, bro. I've seen this. I've seen this with my own boy, bro. That he's like, yo, but that's not me and this, and he got witnesses, but the camera's footage of the store puts him in the vicinity of the store, so it's over. It's over.
That's crazy. Yeah, we definitely in different times and all that. Let's
You thought it
shift.
was gonna be like this when you was young?
Nope. I thought we might be living like the Jetsons by now. I was wrong about that, but I
I
didn't
was
see
young.
all of this coming. This pandemic and all of that. I didn't see none of this coming. I ain't even gonna hold you. I saw something crazy happening, but I didn't think it was gonna be this. I didn't think it was gonna be this. You know?
I, you know what surprised me? The youth. I didn't think that the youth was still gonna gravitate to to the dirty section of hip hop. I didn't think, bro.
Yo, hold on. What's the dirty section of hip hop?
Like the drill, bro. That's the dirty section. You heard?
The drill is the dirty section of hip hop.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, VR. Elaborate on why.
Cause, cause when I was a kid, it wasn't like that wasn't something that we gravitated to. The gangsters came to us. We didn't
Right.
go to them. They came around us. Like we be chilling, we be doing our own shit, and the old niggas came to play ball, or they came to the block, or they was drinking, or they came on the motorcycles. They came to us. We wasn't going to them. Now the young niggas, they don't go to the older niggas. The older niggas, they don't come to them neither. They be in their own world. The young niggas, they got their own ecosystem of crime, bro. And I didn't see it like that because I'm like, niggas had PlayStations, nigga had mad shit, bro. Young niggas could travel, or they had the internet. The last thing I thought was that they was gonna be beefing, but there's no money involved. I didn't see it like that.
Right.
That took me by surprise. I'm not
So
gonna
Pete,
lie.
we got the dirty section of YouTube. We got the dirty section of hip hop. It's crazy, right? We got a lot
There's
of
a
dirty
dirty
section.
section, of course, bro. Because you can't clean it up. It's impossible.
Right. So how you feel about the Bronx drill?
I like that shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I do like it. I gives them opportunity, bro. I can't knock opportunity in America, bro. Never. We're not doing that, bro. I
Mm.
blame the parents though. More than ever in 2022. Now I really put the blame on the parents. Really, because I'm a parent, so I know.
Right.
So I know. I'm
Right.
aware
Being
of the
being
parents'
a
role.
parent, you see the effects you
Yeah.
have on a child's thinking. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Hmm.
You see the effects,
You see the
And
effects.
I'm sorry to say for all y'all that's parents that might be watching this and all of that, you gotta, you know what I mean? It's okay, you could create the monster or you could create the angel. It's on you. Now we can't
It's
control the
on
universe. So your kids is gonna go through certain things in the street. They're gonna go through certain things outside that's out of your hands and all of that. But at least 80% of how they think and how they move is based
it's
on the
on you.
parents.
It's based on the
You know what I'm
parents.
saying?
Yeah. I don't play
Yeah,
music around my child. I figured that out.
They got
No
Casanova
music.
2 times, right? Casanova 2 times is begging right now. Zaid said he's begging money for
He took
lawyers and
longer
all
than
that.
I thought. He took way longer than I thought he was gonna come out earlier saying that
Earlier
shit.
begging.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cause I seen Pac do it. So if once Pac did it, everybody else gonna do it, bro. Pac was the number one rap star in the world at that point, and he was begging for bread. He wanted help.
Right.
So
But Pete, this. The same people that's going to get you out of the bind, that's going to help you, you're going to owe them. Just like Pac owed Death Row. Pac owed
that's
Death Row after they got him up out of there. You know?
that's okay. That is okay in America. That's okay.
He was able to pay that, though. He was able
He
to
was
pay
able
it.
to pay that. Yes, you understand that debt. That's
10
okay.
times over, too. 10 times over, he was able to pay that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, niggas, they still eating to this day off of Pac's music, you know?
Everybody except really his like like the people who's really eating is his real close circle. Everybody else they eating off like the outer layers of his soul basically. Because a
Right.
lot of people, a lot of those people, they died. A lot of his family members, they're not here. They older. They're not
They
here.
older. His
And he
mother,
didn't
she
have
was like
kids.
the sole proprietor of the whole entire estate, and she's gone,
I
Rest in
feel
peace
bad
to
for
her.
her because hip hop let her down. I feel bad for her because I can't say the black the black culture. I can't say that. You could make those points that that the black that the black environment let her down. You can say that. There's arguments to be made, but I know for sure that hip hop let her down because everybody in hip hop in some way somehow they needed her. They wanted her. They wanted her voice. They wanted her to speak. They wanted her, and they never gave her the outlet. Hip hop niggas never was like, yo, we want Tupac's mom on a rap video, or we want her, or we're gonna pay for a
Mm.
lecture.
Hmm.
They let her down, bro. Of course, they let her down.
They
The
just
whole
let her live a
generation,
quiet life. That was the end
they
of it.
yes,
Out of
they
sight,
like they
out of
put her,
mind. When Pac was going, it's like she
yes,
was going too.
yes. When in reality, she had more to say than Pac. Way more to say, with way more influence, with way more intelligence, way more, because she had more experience. She went through the justice system, all of that, bro. She had more to say, and hip hop got her out the way, bro, quietly, real quietly, and that's sad, you know. That's sad.
Hey,
That's a
hey,
sad
yo,
part.
BR, Zaid said, yo, he said, why you think Jay-Z ain't helping Casanova out?
Cause if you help him, you get involved. That's a RICO charge. Anything that funnels
Un-
money, tied into the
Super facts.
conspiracy. You tied
Super
into the
facts. I hope y'all listening and all that. Because when I get
right.
on these lives and when I get on these videos, it's only facts over here. You know what I'm saying?
Get
Facts and good
involved.
messages. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby
Yeah.
Smurder showed everybody how the government went to Epic Records and told them if you pay for the bail, just on Bobby Smurder's case, if you pay for the bail, we're gonna tie you into the conspiracy. We're gonna tie you into the RICO case because you're funneling money to the organization. So what the
Because you're
Epic
funneling
Records do?
money for the organization.
They wash their hands. They wash their hands. They was like, oh nah. They didn't even pay for his lawyer. They ain't do nothing because they will tie them in to the RICO, and the way they tie them in, the government does an audit on the record company, and oof,
Mm.
they don't want no audit, bro.
What if they
They
do it as a tax write-off? If they
no,
help
not
as with
even
as a
that.
tax write-off.
Not the tax write off. Like if the government orders the music record label, they could see all the ways that they money launder, and the music label they don't want that. They don't want to show the government how they use artist that's not gonna go nowhere and use them to launder money. Like they
Mm.
like if you think that the record label don't pick whack people just so the career could fail, so they could wash money through them, that's not real. Of course they do that. They don't pick the hottest people. Nah, they pick people that's not gonna sell nothing, that's gonna flop, but they still make
Yep.
money off of it.
Facts. Woo, yeah, you bodied it right now. You just bodied it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So,
That's why
so
they
it's
don't
safe
get
to say that
involved.
a lot of these dudes, they think that they was lit and all that. Nah, the label needed them. They needed
Yeah.
something to show for the money. You know, somebody
Yes.
to wash the money through.
Why you think guys get signed during certain quarters in the season, like during certain economical quarters in the season?
Right.
Because there's
Like you got
there's
the
there's
fourth quarter,
earnings.
right? The fourth quarter
Yes,
is heavy in the
uh-huh.
business.
Yes, there's earnings involved there. So you gotta be in the black, basically. So sometimes certain artists they have to fail. You understand?
And yo, they said,
So
they
you
said, they said Hove's name is on some paperwork too. They was like Hove's name is on paperwork.
yeah, but he's with the government, bro. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it all the way
Mm.
1,000 right now,
Go
bro.
ahead, elaborate on Hove being with the government.
If you work with the NFL some way somehow, you with the government, bro, because there's not a bigger company in the world than the NFL. If you notice what's going on with the sexual allegations with the Washington football team, the women involved in that case, they want the records to come out, and the government won't release them. They would not release the sexual allegations of the owner of the Washington football team. The government won't release them. Bro, that tells you that league, that company is in bed with the government. We know this, bro. We knew this when Kaepernick was kneeling. We know this because the first people who come out against the kneeling was the United States Army because they're the
Mm.
biggest they the ones who pay the biggest promotions in the NFL, the marketing promotion. It's the army. If you notice, every commercial in the NFL, there's an army commercial. Every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 22 minutes, there's an army commercial. So they're in bed with the government to the T. So
Right.
When Jay-Z took that deal to stop the kneeling, he put it all on the table like, oh yeah, we in bed with them. Yeah, we in bed with them. Of course,
Right then
bro.
and there. He
Right then
basically
and
told
there.
the world right then and there that they in
That
bed with
boom.
them.
They in bed with
Yo,
them. Yeah.
Mass One said, Jay-Z is worth a half a billion. He's an elite. We know this already. He's in the club. Yes, Mass One, we know this. We knew this for years. And it's a fact. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
I'm disappointed in Jay-Z. I'm disappointed. I'm super disappointed in Jay-Z because
Super disappointed in Jay-Z. You know, I'm
super
super, yo,
disappointed
listen,
in
man.
Jay-Z, bro.
I've been following Hove since the originators. Then he dropped his own album with Reasonable. I've been following him ever since. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh man.
There's
True Les
that.
salute. True Les salute. You
He
already know.
there's no other like the reason that I say that is because like even Myth
Elliot.
Bleak, like for Myth Bleak to not be in the public, to not, you know what I mean, to not be somebody that we recognize, or for them not to be making moves, like just say hip hop. Let's say they don't do nothing in the community. Let's say that. All right, I'll give him that. But in hip hop, that you don't see the Rockefeller dudes, none of that shit, bro. I blame Jigga, bro. Why they only gotta be one hole? Why they can't be 10, 15, 25,
Mm,
bro? None?
right.
Just one? We could make
Mm.
another Hove. Come on. Yeah, Hove is
Yo,
nice.
listen. Yo,
We
VR,
could
you
make
don't
another
make
one.
it. You don't get to being a billionaire by playing Mr. Belvedere, by being Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
Like being
squash.
that type of dude. You
You
know what I'm
gotta be
saying?
like
You gotta be a
Rockefeller.
little cutthroat, you know? You gotta be
That's fucked
cutthroat to
up,
make it to
bro.
that Philly, you know?
That's fucked
Facts.
up, bro. It's not supposed to be like that. Uh-uh. It's not supposed to be like that at all. But they make it.
Yeah. King A said, I would have thought he would have bought Marcy Projects by now. No cap. And you know what, too? The position that he's sitting in and the people that he be around and the people that he's in bed with, he could do it. He could do it. I promise you, Hove could do it. He could renovate the
Wow.
whole entire hood, you
But
know?
but the Casanova thing makes you understand why he doesn't, because they will tie him into a RICO
Facts.
if he
There you
owns the
go again.
building.
There it go again. There you go again. Back to
They
that.
will tie-
Yep.
the Rollo case puts it all in perspective.
Yep.
They'll tie him in. They'll tie
Yep.
him into all of that if he owns the building. Of course,
Yep. That's
bro.
a fact. Yep.
That's why
And then
they don't do that shit.
you know,
You
buying like rappers buying neighborhoods and buying out the block and this and that, it ain't gonna stop the negativity from going on. It ain't gonna stop it. You know what I'm saying? So the rappers look at it like they don't want to be tied into whatever's gonna happen next after they put money into the hood. So they just stay out. You know, they just stay in Scarsdale. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Stay in
the
Beverly
rappers
Hills.
could do it though, but they would have to be fucking they would have to break the street code on television. You know how they could do it? They don't have to buy the buildings, but Jay-Z could buy enough private security to be around Marcy day and fucking night, and I bet you the bodies won't drop no more. Not police, not police. He could pay for private security like they do in the projects, like they have a security guard. Well, he can pay for private security to be in Marcy projects day in, day out, day in, day out, day and night, day and night, day and night. And I bet you they won't commit murders. Yeah, they'll still sell drugs, all that, but they won't do murders. They
Right.
won't do murders because
We
there's security
yo
out there.
fat yo VR for a second. We got the OG in the building. We got
Okay,
LES in the building. We got
Yo,
True in the building.
I just jumped in for 1 minute. What's up, Venezuela?
what's poppin'?
You
True was
talking
shaking.
politics with Venezuela, twin? Yo, that's my nigga
Yo,
right there.
President
Yo,
Maduro.
he got a lot of knowledge, bro. He got a lot of trust me. Yo,
Yeah,
I just
that's
jumped
a
in for
fact.
1 minute. Yo, I found that book, son.
which one?
You got it right now?
No, listen. I found it on
Uh-huh.
eBay. It's going for buku money, you know. But I
Yeah.
found
That's
two
what
of
it is.
them on eBay for like $17. There's people that want anywhere from $26 all the way to $100 for that book.
What book? What's the name of the book?
Wild
Wild
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yeah. But
Wild
I found
Cowboys.
two of them in a thrift store used on eBay for like 16 something.
Word.
Yeah.
And it's
So
on there right now. I could buy it. I could buy
you
it
could
right
buy
now if I
it
want
now,
to.
right now, for 16 and change.
What is
All
the
right, I
book?
think.
What is
All
the
right,
book?
I'm gonna
What's
buy
the
it.
Listen
I'm gonna
summary?
now.
buy it in a couple of hours.
What is the book about?
What I'm gonna do is because I'm eating lunch. I just got home. I'm gonna try to put the link on the chat to the eBay item. So like that, you just go straight into the page.
Right. Or true, you could send it. You could send me the link through my IG. You know, my IG is an open page.
I don't have your ID.
Oh, hold
Well,
on. I'm about to put it in the chat right now.
yeah, the
What else?
book is it's called The Wild Cowboys, Venezuela.
What is based on? What's the
It's
summary on it?
based on the Wild
Oh, you don't.
Cowboys
Oh, he don't know.
from Cyprus.
Nah, I'm slow. I'm slow. What's
Nah,
that
yo,
about?
that was back in the day. That was like when Venezuela was like maybe 5,
Yeah,
Facts.
if that.
I never support drug dealing because my boy, his father used to sell drugs, and I remember when they kicked in his door. I remember all that. I remember him not seeing his father for 10 years.
This was a big story, my nigga. These niggas,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers used to dress as cops with
All
police
that. Yo,
cars,
VR.
police
Yo, this
badges.
shit is a movie. It's a movie. I'm telling you, it's a movie.
They're gonna do a movie of it, a miniseries of it.
They got to. They got to.
They're gonna
They
do a
got to.
miniseries. So anyway, I'm gonna get off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do it through the IG. If I can't do it through the IG, what I'm gonna do is link it right here, and all you gotta do is click on it. What is it that you use it? You could do it through the computer, no, through the phone.
No. Yeah, I can. Or you could just add it to the comments. Write the comments.
That's
Right
what I'm
on
saying.
this
Right there,
live.
the comments. Link the link. I'm gonna send it on the chat. The comment.
All right, copy. So let's do
All
that.
right. So
Because I need to buy this.
as a
Because
matter
I
of
need
fact,
to do
hold on.
something on it.
Let me open up another page with eBay. I could probably put it right here on the because I saved it. I saved it on my favorites. Watch list.
I got to do something on this. This is serious right here. This is big.
Yeah,
You know,
bro. This is hold on. Where's the my eBay? Okay, watch list. Okay,
Wild Cowboys BX. Wild Cowboys.
yeah, that's
Tap in.
those are all my niggas, bro. I just don't
Tap
talk
in.
about it. You know what I'm saying? Just,
History.
but,
Yep, this is history right here.
yeah, that's history, but yeah, I got it,
But
bro.
listen,
I got it.
if I did story time, they probably kick me off of this.
Yo,
Really?
dude.
I could show receipts and all that.
I can't fuck with this. I can't. It's like I would have to be limited. You know, I can't really say nothing. You know, all the shit that I've been through and all the shit that I know. It's like, you know,
I already know.
Yo, look at the private chat.
All right.
That's it right there, son. I just got to look. It's they got it for $16.64. And the thing is that if you put that same link, you put like if you copy and paste that book, the title, so you could look for it on eBay. The cheapest you're gonna see is like maybe $28, but there's people that even want $100 for it because it's limited. Yo, I lent it out and I never got it back.
And you never got it back.
I never got it back.
I had Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James. I lent that out and never got that back.
I'm telling you.
What is that book based on?
It's based on the story of the Wild Cowboys.
No, the other one, the Stolen Legacy. What's that one?
Oh, it's based on how to Greek culture. Greek culture is all stolen culture from Kemetic Egyptian culture.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This fucking big twin be on some next level shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact because that's why they build them buildings that way.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna drop down because I just came out. When I seen you live, I said, fucking twin never throws lives. And I'm like, yo, wait up. I jumped from the room over here with my lunch. Because I just walked in. I was outside doing running errands.
Salute for coming through, though.
Huh?
Salute for coming through.
Yeah, but I thank you. But I had to tell you, yo, you got to jump on this. There's 2 of them only. And they're going to go. There's 2. That thrift store only got 2 of those books for that price. And it's going to go. So as soon as you get a chance, click on that link. Matter of fact, I was you. I copy and paste it somewhere. Because, you know, once you close this chat, that's going to go. It's not going to be there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste it before I close out.
Yeah, and if anything, I'm gonna put it on the comments too. But
Yeah,
anyways, bro,
VR. This is a
salute, bro.
major point. VR.
Huh?
This is a major point of Bronx history.
Oh,
This book.
bro,
You know
yo,
what,
I the
Cowboys?
thing
This is a
is,
major point.
that these guys, I actually was around them. They used to come sit in my house. On top of that, one time my father was catching like a stroke, and Fat Danny, which is if you Google Wild Cowboy, Fat Danny comes out in the pictures. He's the thick dude with with like a little dark skin with little glasses. That's Fat
Uh-huh.
Danny. He's the one that drove him and Pascualito is the ones that drove me and my father to Lincoln to emergency. But I was
Mm.
tight with these dudes, bro. I just don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You can only
Understood.
say but
Understood.
so much. Remember, twin, this is YouTube.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You understand? But
Understood.
anyway, thanks for having me up here. I just wanted to
Yo,
share the
good looking
book
for
with
coming
you.
through.
You know,
Facts.
and Venezuela, no doubt,
Yo,
nigga. I love you, nigga.
yo, you already
All
know.
right, big twin. I'm in the Met Lab. I'm in the Met Lab. Chicka, chicka, chicka,
Facts.
chicka, chicka.
True, you already.
Aquí ya.
Yo, that's fire. Not yo, niggas is bringing books. Okay,
Nah,
that's
nah, nah.
fire.
VR. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that myself. I'm making a book and all that. But yo, I don't be wanting to touch on certain things, on certain topics, because I could do the story time and all that all day, but I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch on certain things and all that. I don't think that everything is for the internet. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Everything ain't
I
for the
tend to
internet.
differ. I'm on the opposite end of that theory. I think that everything is for the internet because eventually the youth, the guys
You
who are
see, there you
young
go,
now,
VR. There you go.
they're gonna the youth. What I know about the street code is that the youth they're gonna make everything public. They're not gonna follow the code, bro. They're gonna put it out, bro. So we might as
Yeah,
well too. Because the youth, the guys who's 15, 16, 22, 25, when they're our age, when they're like in their 35s and their 38s, they're gonna put everything on the net, bro. Everything. They're not gonna keep the secrets, bro, because the clout is the clout. It's the
yeah.
clout.
Everybody's clout chasing out here.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. So
but
the
a lot of
clout is
people say,
information.
a lot of people say, oh, they wilding on YouTube and this and that. But there's a part of me that says that's what this is for. This is for to put certain things out there. It's just you have
Yeah,
to be very, very careful on what you put out there. Because remember,
yeah.
there's a lot of things that's not public information. Once you put it out here on the internet, it becomes public information. You understand what I'm saying?
But like I said, I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum. That's what I want.
There you
I'm a
go, man.
civilian. I want it. Yeah.
You
I want it. You understand? I'm on the other side, and I know on the other side there's police with me too. That I'm unaware that they're there. I'm unaware, but I know they're there. No, they
Hey,
ain't
yo, shout
there.
out to Boy George and all that. Still in the feds
Yeah.
to this day. Free Boy George. Come on, man. He was a kid, yo, when they nabbed him. Yo, feds, if y'all listening, yo, he was a kid when y'all nabbed him and all that. Yo, let that man go. For real. Let Boy
I
George go.
think
Free Larry
I
Hoover.
think
I could go on
you
and
know
on.
you know what Big Meat showed us that the reason that they don't let those guys out is because behind the wall they still popping. They still
Facts.
popping. They still them. So the
Still
government's like,
powerful. Still powerful.
yeah, we gonna let that guy out so he could be popping outside. Like they hurt themselves because they don't change their image. It's about an image. You gotta change the image. You could be the gangster, you could be all that, but the gangster, it's like Malcolm X. He had to change the image. That's what the guys don't understand. Like he didn't put the suit and the tie because he wanted to. It's because it was part of the image of being spiritual, of being intellectual, of being better. So you could touch more people. He was still a gangster. He just had to put the tie on. And most of the guys in jail, they don't want to change that. The BMF story puts it all in perspective how even if you did crime, even if you know you did crime, even if you know you pled guilty, you still want to be the image. And that shit, that's there you go.
Right, right,
There
right.
you,
But
you
I
never
mean,
heard of Southwest T, and he's free.
yeah, Southwest
And he
T is
don't,
free. And you
and
don't hear
he's
about him.
free. And he
You
don't
don't hear
got
about
no
him. He's
image.
living a regular life right now.
Right. It's the image that keeps them in jail.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, but boy George, he was a teenager. You know what I mean? Like, come on, he's a grown man right now. You know what I'm saying? you know, you ain't gonna feel the same way at 18 as you feel at 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? It got to be some type of credit for that. Just that alone, you know, you should some type of credit. You know, I don't know what he
So
got going on inside on the inside, but I'm just saying, you know.
so you say like what? After 30 years, they should let drug dealers go?
Um, if if you could prove that you fully reformed, I believe that anybody should be let go, except the SOs. You know the SO. I don't want to say it,
Yeah, yeah,
except
yeah,
them. I think they should rot in there, but
yeah.
you know what I mean.
Damn, it's 50-50, bro. Cause
Hey, yo,
from
Real Jefe Loco said, free the Puerto Rican James Bond. That's a fact. Boy George, you know. Um, if yo, if Boy George was getting chased, the cars he used to have, the Lambos and all that, if he was getting chased and all that, they would have never got him. You know what I'm saying? Boy George was like James Bond and all that. He had the oil slicks coming out the Lambo and all that. He press a button, the oil come out. You know, the feds would have never got him if they was chasing him. They took him on a car chase. Yo, shout out to Boy George and all that. Monroe, um,
mm,
Soundview, that side of the Bronx, you know, the Hill, Castle Hill, that side of the Bronx, you know, Bronxdale and all that, you know, that side. Shout out to that side, you know.
I think it was a fame. I think him being Boy George, I think that's what's keeping him in.
For the
That's it's the
power,
fame. The pot,
nah, they
yes,
be jealous. Yo, VR, they be jealous of a lot of us and all that too. Them
that's a
people
fact.
in the high seats, they be
That's
jealous.
a
They like,
fact.
yo, these guys got all the money, they got all the fame and all, you know what I'm saying? They be
That's a
jealous
fact.
and all that, you know.
That's
These
that's a
dudes was teenagers with more
whole.
money than people ever made in their whole lives of working.
You,
You
you
know,
don't think they
they
be on
covered
the
the pension.
internet looking at the rappers and the Lambos and be tight? Like, look at this asshole talking about his crime in a Lambo. They be tight, bro. Of course, they
Yeah,
get upset.
exactly, exactly. You know, they made more money by the time they was 19 than these dudes is gonna make their whole careers working, plus the pension, plus the
And they went
pension.
to school,
Mhm.
and they spent hours in school. Hours. It's the school part that hurts them the most, cause let's bring it to reality. It's like K Flock and the guy who's becoming a DA right now. The DA guy, he went to school. He did 10 years in school. He's been fucking writing notes, doing homework. K Flock put 2 songs out and killed 3 people allegedly. Like
Allegedly.
And K Flock got more money than all of them. That you don't think that shit hurts them? It hurts, bro. Of course, that
Yeah.
shit. Ooh,
And yo, I don't
especially
know
when
about that dude and all that too. What's the dude that put them videos out the Bronx drill dudes, Hip Hop Daily and all that? Yo, he might be the feds. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think you know who put me on to that. I didn't think of it like that, but I was watching academics cover the Chicago shit, and he said something fucking interesting. You know how he be in the mix of inside detail shit. Well, he was saying like when he was watching that video on the Chicago niggas, the video was saying certain details about the investigation. He was like, "You gotta be a cop to know that, cause not even me."
Yeah,
That's
come on,
what
how these dudes
academics
was
was saying.
knowing this stuff? Yeah. Yo,
Yes,
hey,
he's
yo,
like, "Yo,
yo, there's
not
another
even
page
me,
on YouTube
and I'm
too where some dude is
researching this."
talking directly.
Yes, he's like, "Yo, that guy has to be he got to be somebody in the police force to
Yeah, that
have
hip hop
certain details."
Hip Daily, I think that's the name of the page on YouTube, Hip Hop Daily,
Yes,
where
to
he's
have
talking about
certain
all that.
details of the investigation, like like um like in the video they were saying that they was questioning this guy, they was questioning that guy. That's not in no report when they question you. That's not, they don't write that, they don't put that in a report.
So
Because
basically, it's opinions. It's these people's
it's a
opinions.
now what I'm saying is it's somebody in the police precinct that's doing something. It's they tampering the jury, basically. They polluting the jury pool.
You think so? They providing like information, and then these dudes is
Mhm,
flipping and bouncing the information.
mhm, mhm.
Because that
They
dude, that dude on Hip
mhm.
Hop's Daily, that put that video out, he's talking about Side, right? And he's also talking about Cortland. Hey, yo, my man, what's the route to walk from 187th to Cortland? If he can't tell me that, I'm not listening. I'm not watching your videos, brother.
No, no.
If you
He
can't
don't
tell
be
me how to get from
100%
187
accurate,
to
bro.
Portland, I'm not watching your videos. This is
He
what I
don't
be
be
saying about
accurate.
these dudes. They be talking about stuff that they have no grounds. They not qualified to speak on these things. Facts, man.
They don't be accurate. That's what Jojo Capone was saying too, that they don't get the
Yeah,
streets
man.
right and they're not accurate on the shit.
Yeah, they speaking
And
on
they
stuff
put
that they have no, they're not qualified to speak on.
and
You
those
know,
videos do put niggas in jail. Let's keep it all the way factual, bro. Those videos that the internet journalists do, yes, they do put niggas in jail because they add sauce to the investigation. They put two and two together that don't make four, but they make it look like yo two and two equals four when in reality what they saying equals nine. But they make it look like it's fitting in together. They put niggas in jail, bro. Of course they
that's what
put
I'm saying. They putting pieces of the puzzle, a puzzle that they created in their mind though. They putting the
back.
pieces together, you know, and it sounded good, VR. You know, we gotta admit it. It sounded official. It sounded 100, but it ain't
Mad
though. But it
official.
ain't.
It's
You
super
know.
official.
And
If I
yo,
was in
King
fucking
A said,
Utah,
yo, he said if you just met them and you don't know them, you just assume they the feds right off the bat.
man, if I was in Utah, I'd be believing that shit. I'd be like, yo, that's what it is. And you could be believing that shit, bro. But that's not how it goes. Uh-uh.
It's true though. What he said though, what King A said, he said, yo, the streets and all that ain't supposed to really be talked about. And that's what kind of messed us up along the way when it, you know, in reality, that certain things was getting talked about that ain't supposed to. That's how they know everything to this day, you know.
But there's no mystery no more in the streets. That's the other side to it. The magic, the street magic, that left. That left in like 2000, I think it was. There's no more magic to the street. There's no nooks and crannies of the streets that nobody knows about. Like little hooks, little tricks. Nah, nah, nah. Niggas know all the tricks now. Like there's no more. There's no more. No, he served me. I took the money to the store. I bought a fucking a chewing gum and nah, nah, nah. Niggas know. Niggas know. There's no secrets no more. So it's like
Yeah.
it's
And
out there.
this is a part of also this is a part of the new world order, I would say. This is a
That's up.
part of the new world order also, how like everything is exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everything is exposed. Yep.
The
Streets
reason that
don't
they
love
doing
nobody.
that is that when something crazy comes to the light, crazy. I'm talking about super crazy. It's like it's normal because everything is exposed. It's normal.
Right, right, right.
No, the pedos and the president does this funny shit. You're like, oh, nah, we knew, or you thought you knew, or you imagined it already before you even know the information. You already imagining, like, oh, that nigga's a rat, but you don't even know. You just imagining in your head. Yeah, but you put the label on them in your head already.
Yep, the police, they only go through doors that you open up. You know,
Right.
the cops don't know nothing they weren't told. They don't know nothing that they wasn't told. You know what I'm saying?
They have an image of what's going on, but they don't know.
Yeah, they don't even know what's going on.
And
Hey,
for
yo,
them to
VR,
really
I got
know,
to get up out of here in a second, too.
you
You
already
know?
know. Oh boy.
Yo, good looking for coming through. You already know.
Oh yeah, your shit is lit, bro.
Let's throw the shout outs on. Shout out to King Ace. Shout out to Zaid. Shout out to Clean Black Sneakers. Welcome. Shout out to ERN. Shout out to True LES. You already know. Real Hefe. IP. Who else we got? Who else we got? ODP. Everybody who's watching this that ain't in the comment section. Shout out to y'all. Subscribe if you haven't already. Who else we got? We got it's hard for me to kind of go through this and all that because when I do go through it, shit is mad small and all that. Shout out to Lysis Perez. Hey yo, shout out to everybody and all that. You know, everybody that supports the M.E.T.H Lab page. M.E.T.H stands for Mathematics, Entertainment, Truth, History. You know, for y'all that don't know already. And you know, I'm not from all this and all of that too. Just to let y'all know, you know, I'm not from like being on YouTube and you know, doing all of this YouTube stuff. I'm having fun though right now. So I'm gonna continue with this. I'm gonna keep doing this YouTube thing and all that because I'm having fun and all of that doing it. Shout out to everybody in West Fetty, Shout out to everybody on 178th, 179th, everybody on 180, everybody on 174th, you know, Tremont Ave boys, everybody on Tremont Ave, from Boston Road to Webster, you already know. This is Big Twin. This is the Meth Lab and shit. Catch me on the next one. Y'all be safe out there, BX. You already know. Thanks for coming through.